Fellas, sometimes in life you gotta fight. You must fight. You must fight for your right. I know, fight for right, everybody talks about that, nobody respects it. In life, sometimes you gotta respect yourself. Like I said before, sometimes you need to release what you have to get what you never had before. Sometimes you gotta leave your husband if he's not a good husband. Maybe God's gonna send you another. No, don't do that. Don't listen to me on that. Okay, thank you for stopping. You're very much appreciated. This is home, fellas. You want to talk about the motherland, you want history of Africa. This is where you want to be. Look, on YouTube, you find good videos, okay? People talking about Africa. Ibrahim Traore, he went to China. You see those boys? I like them. But yeah, not this. It's nice, but not this nice. Okay, so first, can I ask you to do this? Okay, let's all do this first. It costs you nothing. It makes us feel appreciated. Thank you. It's just done. Thank you very much. Now, we are in Burkina Faso. Here's a map. Beautiful place, lovely people, but very hot. Okay, when you go to Burkina Faso, don't bring jackets. So no, don't do that. Don't, trust me, don't do that. It's very hot, but people are very warm-hearted too. The food is great. People are very pleasing, very respectful. I'm telling you, they're very not very similar to Kenyans. Kenyans are nice people, but they're very straight with words. Burkina Faso are very like, welcome, sit down. How can I help you? Anyway, so Burkina Faso has received stuff from Russia. What stuff? Russia has agreed to supply Burkina Faso with a mobile anti-epidemic laboratory capable of diagnosing over 20 infectious diseases, including a high-risk pathogen. Congratulations. Yeah. Pigma Coffee. Yes, Pigma Coffee. You've started Pigma Coffee, my brother. You better Pigma Coffee so your children can hear you. And by the time they hear you, that, oh, daddy's watching that Pigma Coffee show. Let's push it further. Pigma Coffee means clap your hand in Swahili. Swahili is spoken in all this. Okay, let's not get into that. It's the most spoken language in Africa. Beautiful language. Peaceful in most cases. Okay. Now, anyway, Burkina Faso has received these cars, mobile epidemic laboratory. Okay, we're moving to the right direction. So these are mobile and self-sufficient. The labs are designed to operate from vehicles or tents, enabling deployment in remote or underserved area. Burkina Faso is a big country, so if you have a lab that's in a building, well, it cannot move, right? You gotta go to the lab to get your test done. So if somebody get a funny or weird disease somewhere, it's very difficult to know. Okay, but this is mobile. You can move it from one sector to the other. Very effective, very fast. And this is gifted by the Russians. They can conduct up to 2,000 tests per day. Okay, with diagnostic capacity for more than 20 diseases. What kind of disease are we talking about? We're talking Ebola, we're talking Marburg, dengue, Lassa fever, some of the craziest diseases that take you out very quickly. And Russia has gifted Burkina Faso with this mobile that will help you not only detect but find ways to suppress this disease. Congratulations, my brother. Pigma Coffee. Fellas, you know, I don't know, maybe you don't know, okay? There was a moment here where something very interesting happened. There was a doctor named Kent Brentley. This doctor Kent Brentley history is very interesting. You know, there was a moment, I believe around 2014, there was a major Ebola outbreak in West Africa. People were being unalived like crazy. They were like zombies and they were falling on the ground, bad. And at the time, I remember they said there was no cure for Ebola. So these African countries, you know, surprisingly, all the African countries get hit with such things. Crazy stuff. It's like, God hates you. Okay? So you're going to get Ebola and HIV. It's crazy stuff, you know? And yeah, so all of a sudden, they couldn't help these Africans. You just had to let them see their immune system fight against the Ebola. Some survived, some just unalive. The majority of people were unalive. Blood coming out of your eyes, every orifice. If you have a hole, blood is coming out of it. Until this Dr. Kent Brentley from the US got infected. Guess what happened? The United States of America sent an airplane to go fetch this man. Yeah, the specialized airplane with tubes and oxygen, with fancy balloons. No, there was no balloons, but yeah, they sent an airplane to go pick up this man in an African country. They took him urgently. The airlifted the guy all the way to Georgia, I believe. He got an experimental treatment. They said this treatment had never been used on human beings before. It was never, we gave him a treatment. He's safe now, but that treatment he was the first human ever to get the treatment. Now, but they told the African they had no treatment. It's never existed. They didn't even say that they had a treatment that had never been tested on humans until Kent Brentley got amazing, isn't it? Africans for the longest time have been depending on Europe and America. Okay, just look at lately here with COVID. What happened? America and Europe was hit first. Like, I don't know if you remember, Africa did not have victims. It was a long wait. And you could see some people being frustrated because Africa is not being hit. How come Africans are surviving? Because the guy with the computers in America said, I see people falling like flies in Africa. But nobody was falling like flies. I don't know if it was God, because Africans have a very strong immune system. Trust me, compared to you Americans. Even if you're black, be careful. Don't come to Africa and not use that mafuta to protect you against mosquitoes. You're gonna die, my brother. You'll go fast. If you go to Uganda, Kenya, these tropical areas, my brother, you bye-bye. Well, I've got malaria, okay, maybe 54 times in my life. 54 times minimum. I'm still here because my immune system is built for that. Sometimes I wake up in the morning, I'm feeling feverish and stuff. I know this is malaria. People, what's wrong? I think I got some malaria. It's like headache. We know that the day next, you're going to be fine. So Africa was scared at that time during COVID because people were waiting for, the drama to start where people fall like zombies. And they were hoping that vaccine will come from somewhere, America or Europe. Remember, Trump bought all the vaccine for Americans. So Africans were not able to do something for themselves. And now Putin say, take this because you guys are struggling. Take this. Is this a good thing or not? Number two, Uganda is one of those countries that has so many outbreaks with crazy, weird diseases. HIV. Some people say it started from Congo. This Congo here, DRC. Some people say Uganda. Some people say be careful in Uganda. Don't floof with no socks. Okay, don't do that with no socks. don't. They have the biggest nyash, but be careful. Anyway, let's get back on track. Be serious. So this is a good thing for Africa because this is a support system for Africans. Number one, it gives Africans the ability to look into themselves and not having to send samples to Europe before doing anything. So what happened in the past is if they find a disease they don't quite understand, they will take the sample, send it to France first. So France will look into it, then tell you what they think it is and what the procedure could be. Now they don't need to do that. Now this Russian company, Rospotrebnadzor, earlier informed Uganda that it is willing to assist with epidemiological investigation and anti-epidemic measures against the Sudan Ebola virus disease. Moscow also delivered a mobile laboratory to the landlocked country to allow for rapid laboratory diagnosis of dangerous infectious illness last year. So they're coming to Africa, not just to give things. They are also training Africans on how to protect themselves, on how to react when these weird diseases start. Number one, do they know something we don't know? That's being planned. Number two, what's wrong with this move? Number three, are the Russians just giving Africans with nothing in return? Because they say despite the free lunch, right? Or do you think Russians are doing things for free? Or do you think they're doing it for free temporarily because they need some support from Africans in the United Nations? Well, if they're doing it for free, is this not an opportunity for Africans to learn? The bottom line is this. In history, throughout history, Europe and other people developed Africa. Okay, let's not get too deep because you're going to be, let's stay there. They've built some of the infrastructure after colonialism. In many countries, those infrastructure was destroyed because Africans never learned how to maintain. This is an opportunity the Africans are getting to get something great from the Russians. Are they going to learn how to manufacture, how to function, how to maintain? Because we have a problem in maintaining. You know that. We get nice car, nice whatever, but you don't want to maintain the car. Especially in many African shithole countries. You don't want to maintain the car. People take cars for maintenance and service when it starts coughing out funny, weird, dark-looking smoke. This car needs maintenance. But when the car is running smoothly, you don't think about that. I don't know what this is. Let me know how you feel about this. God bless. Oh, before you leave, fellas, please, we need you to drop a comment. This is family. It's not about me talking. It's about all of us coming together in understanding. Give me the yes and the no's. I want to know, is this good for Tanzania and bad for the people? Oh, Tanzania should open the door and stop viewing Tanzania as Tanzania. Stop viewing Tanzania as part of the East African community. God bless.